Barbershop is a place where men do a lot more than get a haircut. Politics, faith, sports, relationships are all up for discussion. For Chicago native Larry Roberts Jr., owner of the famed Larry's Barbershop in Matteson, cutting hair is not just a career, it's a calling he's answered as a way to do much more in the lives of the men in his chair. We want to welcome Larry. First of all, we were just talking a second ago. You gave me some interesting trivia about years ago, the barber was also the dentist and the doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
He did everything all at once.
Yeah, that's what the red, white, and blue barber pose stand for. The red is for blood, the blue is for veins, the white is for bandages, and the ball on the top and the bottom is called a bassin. And our professional name is a tonsoro artist.
And it wasn't until the 1800s that they split all three
They
up.
separated them.
Wow. So you're kind of becoming a barber of all trades now, to a certain extent.
Absolutely. We have to be. I mean, it's actually economy proof. So, you know, everybody have to have some type of hair care, you know, for themselves.
So tell me what you do. What do you do when they're in the barber chair? What's a little bit different for you?
So what's different for me is that, well, every barbershop you go to, you know, we're counselors, we're, you know, we're lawyers, you know, we're everything.
Kind of like the beauty shop.
Absolutely, same thing, you know, the little gossip here and there, you know. But I think what's different and unique about me is that I kind of decided that I wanted to use what I do owning barber colleges as a alternative to violence, so to speak. So that's kind of what led me into, you know, taking my schools to Cook County Jail. I've been there for over 8 years. I mean, almost 8 years. I don't get paid to be there, but what I do is that I train the students there so that way they can get certified. So when they get out of jail,
they can get a job.
They can go straight to work.
Now, do you hire some of these people too?
Absolutely. We do job placement and all. We do life coach. We do mentorship. I currently own 3 barber colleges right now. And I've been cutting hair now for 30 years.
Wow, you don't look it. Tell me, you go in there and into, where's some other places that you go besides the jails?
I'm a celebrity barber as well. So I've cut some people like, you know, your Judge Mathises and Mekhi Phifer. You know, I did the NFL draft, football player, basketball players, baseball players. So I cut hair out of town. So I really don't cut hair as much anymore because I'm more focused on just kind of building my brand and just, you know, doing a barber college. I'm licensed in actually in over 22 states with my master license.
How do you get to the point that you are? How did you get here?
Well, my dad, he's like my biggest hero. You know, he just taught me what it was to work hard, you know, to get the things that you want to get. So he taught me the sweat equity part of it. And he had a restaurant, you know, when I was a teenager. So I kind of worked in this restaurant for 40, 50 hours a week. And he promised me that he would pay me. And when the end of the week came, I didn't get a check. He said I had a roof over my head.
That's right. Hey, I don't blame him. Not that I have kids, I totally understand
but I appreciate the fact that he taught me what he did. And I like to draw as well. So I knew at 13 years old, I started cutting hair. At 17, I went to barber school when I was still a senior in high school. And at 19, I opened up my first barbershop in Matteson.
Wow. And you've taken it to the next level because you're an author as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And a psychologist.
I try and be.
To a certain extent, because that's kind of what barbers are, aren't they?
Absolutely.
You've heard a lot of stories. What's in your book?
Well, what's in my book? My book is actually titled Suicide is Not the Answer, and it's actually a great read. It's a really good read.
If you do say so yourself.
Yeah, so I kind of talk about some things that kind of went on with me in my life, you know, transitions and things that I kind of, you know, went through that was, I guess, a little detrimental for me, if you would. You know, growing up in church, which was great, it was amazing. I just kind of feel like I was let down, but not knowing, and I put this in my book, that we have to go through in order to get to, but how you deal with what you go through determines how you come out. But I wanted everything immediately. I thought because, you know, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't use drugs, I didn't gangbang, I didn't sell drugs. I thought that everything that I desired was supposed to just be there because I worked hard for it, if that make any sense. Just kind of from a spiritual standpoint, if you will. So to get older and see that things weren't happening, I felt like other people were doing better than I was. I just felt like, man, you know, what am I doing wrong, you know? And
why was it? Why was it? Why weren't you advancing like you thought you should have been?
Well, again, you have to go through in order to get to, and I feel like because of what's planned for me, you know, had I gained it too early, I might have lost it and been 44 years old right now trying to gain it back because I didn't know what to do with it. So I felt like I had to go through some things in order to know how to handle what it is that God had in store for me.
Well, you had to go through life.
I had to go through life, absolutely.
I mean, simple.
Yeah.
Simple thing, but it's very difficult when you're going through it, isn't it?
It's kind of like warming a piece up in the oven versus the microwave, you know?
Exactly.
Tastes
One
better.
tastes better, tastes longer. Yeah, but it's worth it, the patience and things like that. So what have you taken from yourself and you teach others?
So I'm more transparent. And one thing I did realize is that a lot of people, say they want to commit suicide or they don't want to live anymore. And some people do, but I've learned that people just say that for attention.
Did you at one point want to commit suicide?
I did. I felt I didn't want to live anymore. I felt like, what's the use? I'm working hard. Nothing's happening that I feel like should be happening. When I was very blessed, I was afforded at a young age anything that anybody could ever desire, but it was just so much more that I wanted. And I felt like God had let me down. It's like, what did I do so wrong? But again, when I realized that I never went without anything I ever needed, it happened for me, but I just didn't see how it would happen.
At what point did you realize that?
I realized it probably after probably going to seek counsel with some things that kind of went on and just kind of talking about, what I was dealing with. And it just kind of made sense to me, to have a mediator and just kind of going back to revisit some things that might have happened in my life to kind of deal with that, let it go, and then go forward. And God just really said to me, it's like, I've never let you down. So what makes you think that I'm going to let you down now?
Congratulations.
Thank you
You're
so
doing
much.
great. Appreciate it. You can find all the locations for Larry's Barber College online at larrysbarbercollege.com and learn more about his book. Grab the book. Sounds like you said, a good read. Appreciate it.